Yo, what's up, world? It is your boy Philco here, aka Philotchko. And I don't care if you don't like it. I'm going to eat oatmeal as I make this video. Because I want to make this video, then I have other things to do. So here we go. This video is going to be about... I don't know exactly what to call it. I don't want it to be American girls versus Russian girls. That's not what it is. It's more like partying in New York versus partying in Russia. Now I can tell you, except for when I went to Chechnya, partying in Russia, everywhere you go, is generally the same. Except Moscow is the best for partying because it has the most options and it has the most places. Obviously, it's Moscow. That's where like 70% of all the money in Russia goes. So, of course, they have the most stuff. So, and my nose is a little runny. I'm sorry. So, let's get to it. Ever since I got back to New York, I've noticed so many things that I didn't notice before. But I put a post on my wall on Contacte, and it says, I put, we need some Russian girls to come here in New York and teach American girls how to walk in high heels. Now, I've always noticed that. I thought it was just a woman thing in general. I always thought it was just like, this before I even went to Russia, I was like, a lot of women don't know how to walk in high heels. I thought this was a universal thing, like all around the world. Now, when I went to Russia, the only girls I saw, and I've been to 20 cities in Russia, all the way from Kaliningrad all the way to Vladivostok. It's like there's a lot of cities in between there. Only people I saw walking funny with high heels out there were like young girls who were like wearing it for the first time or something. Maybe they're 14 or 15 or 12 and they're just wearing high heels and they don't really know what they're doing because they just started. Fine, that's different. But I honestly don't remember even one time seeing a Russian woman who looked stupid walk in high heels. I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I don't remember seeing it. But every night I go out in America, there's always some girl walking in high heels looking like a complete, walks like a dinosaur. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to American girls. I'm just being honest. They walk like dinosaurs. I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, I tried to show my friend Kevin's used to it. I tried to show him. One girl. I was like, look how she's fucking walking. And he was like, what? I don't notice anything. I'm like, it's fucking terrible. That's how American girls walk. That's ridiculous. It's like their knees bend too much and it's like they're falling forward. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Chick walks like a dinosaur. Very weird. And I'm sorry for cursing, but there's so many things I noticed. Another thing I noticed is that there's guys everywhere, man. And good thing I'm not looking for girls or anything. I'm on vacation. There's guys everywhere. Every place we go to, there's more guys than girls. Every place we go to, there's more guys than girls. And there's so many guys that you see guys talking to the same girl. They will be talking to the same girl trying to get with the same girl. I'm telling you, I'm not making that up. You will see guys talking to the same exact girl. And she's just like, yeah, you know. Just talking to both of them like, is that normal? That's another thing. And not saying it's bad that there's a bunch of guys everywhere, because, you know, but if you're out looking for a girl, yeah, it's bad, but it's still, the environment's cool, the guys are nice here, they laugh, you know, I almost never get into an incident here in New York when I'm out. Almost a few in Russia, but never in New York. The guys are there, because they're used to black people, so it's nothing. It's not some big, that's one advantage I have here. I can just be normal, you know, but when I'm in Russia, I can't really be normal, you know. Maybe in Moscow, I'm a little normal, but then, because I'm black, but then people know me in Moscow. A lot of people know me in Moscow. Every night I go out in Moscow, people are like, oh, you're Philotchko. So it's like yes and no at the same time. So another thing I noticed, I lost my ear for accents because I've been in Russia for so long, and a lot of people I speak to have like Russian accents, right? So there was this bartender last night at a bar. And, you know, she's a nice looking lady, and my friend, I don't know why they didn't tell me earlier, it's kind of weird, but my friend Jesse, my homie, he's like, yeah, you know, she's Russian. I'm like, what? She's Russian? And he's like, yeah, she looks nice, you know, she's a pretty lady, but apparently when she spoke English, I couldn't hear her accent, because I was so used to a heavier Russian accent that when a Russian who's been in America for like 10 years or 6 years is speaking English, I can't hear it, because I'm used to a much higher level of an accent. So she had a little accent, but I can't hear it. I can't notice it because I'm used to the Russian people in Russia. I'm used to their accents. So I I gotta get used to that again. That's not too good on my part. I have to I don't know what I gotta do to fix that, but I have to just talk to my friends and stuff more often, go out more and all that stuff, then I'll start to hear it again. But my mind is still like stuck on the typical Russian accent. So like, if I meet a person who's a regular American, the first thing I'm gonna think is, wow, this guy has really good English. I know he's American, but he has good English because I'm used to the Russian accent, you know. So I have to get used to the American accent again, although I'm leaving real soon, so that's gonna be a waste of time. Let's see, what else do I notice about partying here? Alcohol, I wouldn't say it's cheaper. I think it's the same. Everything's bigger here, man. Like I went to McDonald's to order large fries, and like the large American fries is like the humongous extra ultimate large fries in Russia. The drinks are bigger, the fries are bigger. I think the hamburgers are the same size. The hamburgers are the same exact size. But everything else is just bigger. It's crazy. It's like, oh my God. And the people are huge here. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you guys. The girls are humongous here in America. They're big. Now, like I said before numerous times, the only advantage I see American girls having over Russian girls is that American girls usually have nice butts, big butts, and I like that. But other than that, yo, there's so many fat people, not just girls, people here. And what's crazy is, when I was in Florida, there was even a lot more fat people. Last year, me and my ex-girlfriend went to Florida, and we were just so shocked about how everybody was fucking fat. We weren't on the beach or something, no. We were just in some area called Tampa, and like everybody was fat. And we said the same thing. It's like, yo, everybody's fat. And in New York, we're not that fat for Americans, but it's still a lot of fat people to me, because I just came back from Russia, and there's not many fat people. And when I say fat people, I don't mean like moms like 40 years old and over. No, I'm talking about lower 20s. Teenagers, maybe 28 or something, young people just so fucking fat already. And it's crazy. But one thing I hate, and it's pissing me off, it's so not fair, is that I'm black American, but I'm not big. The black Americans here in America are fucking huge. Every night I've been out so far, my mind tells me the same thing. Why am I so small? Because when I look at these black American dudes out here, like in Russia, there's black African guys, but they're not very big. They're not big. They're not usually muscular. They're just like me. They're just average or whatever, usually. But out here in America, man, these fucking black dudes are monsters, bro. These dudes are fucking monsters. I'm just happy they're on my team. They're fucking monsters. Now I see why the black Americans are the best in the NBA. Because they're humongous. They're gigantic. Because Russians can have muscular people, but Russian men typically aren't very tall. Like every time I see a tall Russian man, I'm like, that looks weird. But they're typically not tall. If you come to America, you will see monsters. Black and white when it comes to height. But black guys are usually just fucking like LeBron James and shit. And I don't know why I'm not like that. I wouldn't mind being a monster. Man, that's not fair. I'm going to bring some black Americans with me to Russia. But then, no, I don't think I want to do that. They want to bring a lot of girls back with them. And let's see, what else do I notice? I think that's basically it, people. If I think of any more, I'll let you know. But like, I feel sorry for my friends who go out and try to meet girls in this kind of environment. You know, I really feel for them. You know, I'm like, you guys gotta, you know, you basically gotta fight a bunch of guys if you want to meet a girl here in most places. You gotta, not literally fight, but you gotta compete with a bunch of guys. In Russia, there's no competition. There's something I tried to explain to my friends yesterday. And you know what? I'm gonna go on the internet now to make sure what I'm about to say is true, because I don't want to anger anybody. Alright, look. I told my friend, Russia has a population problem. Russia doesn't have many people in this country. To be such a big-ass country, there's nobody there, in a way. Not literally. But, you know, to be a big country as it is, Russians don't have many people there. And so, what I told him that countries by population is that Russia's population is, the next one on top of Russia is Japan. So it's like, Russia has a certain amount of people, then Japan is like right after it. Yes. So put it this way, Japan is much smaller than Russia, right? Japan has 127 million people. The next country to have more than that is Russia. And Russia has 146 million. Considering the size of Russia to Japan, Russia should have at least, 5 times at least 5? Like, it's crazy that it's close. They're close in population. Just about 20 million difference? That is insane. Like, Russia doesn't have many people in this country. It really doesn't. And I keep looking at this to see if I'm reading it wrong. I'm not reading it wrong. There's not many people in Russia. You know, there's basically 2 times more people in America than in Russia. And what doesn't help is that a lot of Russian people are leaving the country too and staying in other countries. And what I try to explain to them is that not only is it very empty, but there's more women than men there. So what happens is this. I tried to get scientific with why Russian women are usually more beautiful. I gave these 2 reasons. If I'm wrong, let me know. I said 1, because there's not a lot of men. So women there have to be beautiful all the time. They know how to walk in high heels. They know how to wear makeup. They know how to be classy and beautiful. They have to. There's not many men. You know, they have to compete. That's 1. 2, I said there's a lot of beautiful women because the simple fact that there's not many girls, only the most beautiful, like since World War II and stuff, only the most beautiful women are selected to marry. The other ones who aren't very beautiful are less likely to have children. So let's say there's 3 women for every 1 man. Let's just say that. It might be that way because that's what it looked like to me. Everywhere I went, there were girls everywhere. There's 3 girls every guy. Now, 1 girl's beautiful, 1 girl's average, 1 girl's So if this guy's to pick, he's way more likely to pick the beautiful girl. Then him and that beautiful girl are going to have a baby. But it's a small chance, but it's possible that he'll pick the normal looking girl. And maybe because she's nice. And they have a baby, it's a normal looking baby, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's extremely unlikely that he's going to go to an unattractive girl when he have these other options. So it's like, the guys there have options, so they usually take the highest one, the most beautiful one. Then they have pretty children and stuff, and they grow up to be beautiful. You know what I mean? So that's why there's so many beautiful women there. And that's basically it, people. I'll be back in Russia soon, but I'm enjoying it here. Don't get confused. I'm enjoying it a lot here. You know, me and my friends were having fun. I could do things here I couldn't really do in Russia. You know, like walking down the street, laughing real loud. No one pays attention to us. You know, I could talk loud. I could do anything, and people don't really pay me any attention. You know, I love it. I love that. No one's staring at me. No one's asking questions. You know, I mean, not complaining about how people are in Russia. I mean, I understand, of course, people have questions for me. But I do love the fact that I'm able to be free here and I can just be myself. It's like nothing I do here is strange. I just do whatever. You know, I just act real fucking stupid. Because I don't act like this in Russia. When I'm in Russia outside, I don't act crazy. You know, I just go where I gotta go. I might get a little crazy in the place, depending on what place it is. When I'm outside, I'm a normal dude. I don't laugh too loud. I don't do those things because it grabs too much attention. And sometimes there may be drunk people outside or something, and I don't feel like dealing with that. So, I don't act crazy. And another thing I noticed, one more thing before I go, is that Russian girls is either they know they can handle alcohol better or they're just smarter. Because I knew this before I went to Russia. When you come to America, you can see a lot of drunk girls. Stupid drunk. That is so unattractive to me now. Before, if a stupid drunk girl were to talk to me, I might talk to her, but now I cannot do that. It looks stupid, it looks unwomanly, and it's so not attractive. I don't care how sexy she is. She's like, I hate it now. I didn't hate it before, I thought it was funny, but I hate it now. Because I don't remember seeing that in Russia. So, me being in Russia for so long, I got used to certain things. Like, I can't say bad words in front of women I don't know. That's one thing I can't do. I can't walk around with my shoes on in the house anymore. I can't do that. What else? I think that's all I can remember. Apparently I look serious at times when I'm not supposed to. That's definitely from Russia. Like when I look at someone I don't know, when I look at someone I don't know, I typically give a bad look. And I definitely get that from Russia, because I was always one to smile at people. But what happened was, when I first got to Russia, I was smiling at people and they were looking at me like I was strange. You know, only time I don't just go around smiling, but in America, a lot of times you catch eye contact with someone, especially at work. People smile at work, please. But anyway, especially at work, you give a smile or something. It wasn't like that in Russia, so I kept smiling for like the first 2 months, and no one smiled back. So I was like, you know what, screw this. And then I got a serious face, and now I kind of have one here. And I told them I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna keep these Russian habits of mine, because I'm going back to Russia very soon. So I gotta keep these habits so I don't lose it and go over there and look stupid. And alright, this video was much longer than I wanted it to be. If you watched the whole thing, you're amazing. But that's basically it, people. I'm out. Later.